can call me baby. You can call me. You can call me anytime. Oh, let's get rid of that. There we go. All right. It's getting ready for this. Doom, 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 doom. Everybody just filing in. Hello, everybody. I know, I figured I'd just jump on a little bit earlier and see what the deal is. I can actually see this chat, which is nice. Hi, everyone. Wow, this is great. You guys get a little bit of an early. I thought I had to click live to do this thing. I didn't realize I was live. Damn. What's going on? Hi. We're going to be doing a live stream today. Obviously, I'm talking to you during it. Somebody mentioned Magic. Interesting why they would have mentioned that song. Hope everyone's doing okay. We're live on YouTube right now. How's the sound for everybody? Can you guys hear? Can you hear me? Is there any weird echo? You let me know if there's a weird echo, because I got to perform on this thing, and if there's a weird echo, I don't want to do that. It's gonna be awkward. Super awkward. Wonderful sound. Good. Okay, I'm gonna hit go live. Let's get this. Yeah, there we go. Looks like I am good. So I've got the chat open here. Oh, you want me to turn the volume up, somebody says. Okay, yeah, 1 second. I can do that. I can do those sort of things. Let's do this real quick. Technologically savvy. I hope that's a little bit better. There we go. Perfect. So, welcome YouTube side of all of this. I am coming at you live from a living room in isolation, and yeah, this has been interesting. It's been interesting to do everything this way. Just about to hop on Instagram Live as well, and really hoping that this is all going to work together. But I figured, why not? Let's do this. I'm going to be taking questions on the YouTube chat as well, but also on Instagram. So you guys can ask your questions here. If you're on Instagram, you can ask your questions there. Actually, I should probably have this open while I'm saying it, just so that they're able to see that too. All right, let's do this real quick, and here we go. We are about to go live on both YouTube and Instagram. This is crazy. What a world we live in. Okay, looks like we're live on both. Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody, anybody who's tuning into this. I hope that you don't do what I just did, which is completely touch my face all over the place. But I really hope that you guys are healthy and you're comfortable at home, and maybe you've picked up on some kind of a hobby that you really, really enjoy. I know a lot of people have been messaging me like, hey, Tarek, can you teach me how to play the guitar now that we have nothing else going on? And I'm just like, come on, I got to do things too. But yeah, if that's your thing, pick up the guitar, I don't know, maybe make a connection with cooking again, if you'd like to do that sort of thing. I've been cooking a lot myself just to see if I can get any better at it while I have all the time to do so. And hopefully you're listening to our music as well, first thing on the list that I really wanted to discuss was the Careless single, which is going to be coming out. On, I guess it'd be Friday, which is April 3rd. We're very, very, very excited about that song. If any of you have listened to any of our previous live streams, then you would know that we've been talking the song up quite a bit. You've also might have heard us say that is a little bit different for us. Not in the sense that we feel very uncomfortable releasing it or anything like that, but it's definitely a different sort of side to our sound. And just to give you a little bit of a backstory, like when I was writing the demo for Careless, it was around the time I was listening to a lot of like just R&B. So like just two key influences that I remember around that time would have been Bryson Tiller and Khalid, and those were two that I just was absolutely binging on their albums. And I feel like just I'm influenced very heavily by the music that I'm listening to at the time, and I feel like because I was listening to that music so much, then it had an influence on what was coming out when I was writing. And Careless is definitely one of those songs that draws from those R&B, sort of that dark R&B influence. And I mean, the king of dark R&B, in my opinion, Weekend. Yeah, I'm Canadian, and yeah, he's from Toronto. So yes, obviously I'm biased towards it, but that's also another huge inspo on myself and on the writing process and on Careless eventually. Um, Actually, I remember when we were showing. So how this all works. How this all works is I have a batch of demos, right, that I write. Some of them have just lyrics. Some of them have lyrics and guitar. Some have lyrics, guitar, and maybe a very rough drum idea. I send those over to Justin, and I see what he thinks of them, and I see which ones stand out to him and which ones that he likes or that catches him right away. And then we sort of discuss the pros and cons of each. But then when we get Paul involved, Paul Meany, who is the most recent producer on all this new music that you've been hearing, he also goes through and he picks. He's like, well, these are the songs that I think we should go to studio with, and he lends a hand in writing and producing as well, which has been absolutely amazing for all of these songs. To anybody just joining, welcome. This is the official first YouTube/Instagram live session. So very happy to have all of you. Thanks for everyone who's tuning in. Just talking about Careless, which is going to be released this Friday, April 3rd, 2020. We're so excited about it. I was just going through some of the inspirations, which when I was writing the song, Bryson Tiller and Khalid were big on my playlist. But also, The Weeknd is somebody I've listened to for a very long time, and he definitely lent some inspiration. But writing that song, packaging it to a place where I felt like I wanted to share it with people like Justin and Paul Meany, and then having them react so positively to it was awesome, because it was definitely a different side of anything that I was writing, and it was definitely a little bit of a jump away from I guess your standard Blue Stones rock and roll, which we never forget those roots. Anyway, Careless is out this Friday. We're actually going to be doing a live chat on YouTube at 10 a.m. and both Justin and I will be involved in this chat, and it's going to be fun. We're going to just release this song together and see what everyone has to say about it. I should mention that one more thing before I start playing some music, because yes, I do want to play some music. I should mention that I wanted to pose a question to everybody here, okay? And that question is, if you were to learn how to play a Blue Stones song on the guitar, okay, what song would that be? What song would you want to learn how to play on the guitar? Because a good friend of mine, Dane, shout out to Dane, he recommended that it would be a good idea to teach some of our fans how to play some of their favorite songs on guitar. So I want to know what your favorite song is and what song you would like to do a live stream Tarek guitar teacher session with all of you on how to play it. So send us a DM. I'm going to be doing a question and answer period a little bit later on in this live stream, but feel free to answer to one of those questions what song you'd really prefer to learn. Now, I'm going to say right now, I am in no position to be a guitar teacher. I'm going to have to really learn the song myself to be able to teach it. But what better way to know your own stuff than to teach it to other people? So keep in mind which song you'd want to learn on guitar, and we'll do a live stream session where I teach you how to play that song. Okay, speaking of your answers and the things that you want to hear and the things that you want to see, we did somewhat of a Q&A a little while ago and it was about what song you would like to hear. More specifically, it was about what cover you'd like to hear me play in a live stream. So we took a lot of the answers, and I actually posted some of them. It must have been a week ago. But anyway, a lot of people submitted their cover suggestions, and I really, really appreciate that. Thank you guys for being so involved. But weirdly enough, one of the most requested cover was Tracy Chapman, Give Me One Reason. And spent some time, very simple blues song, definitely something that I like to play. So I'm going to play that for you right now. So this is Tracy Chapman's Give Me One Reason. Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. Give me one reason to stay here, yeah, I'll turn right back around. I said I don't wanna leave you lonely, you gotta make me change my mind. Baby, I got your number, and I know that you got mine. You know that I called you, yeah, I called too many times. You can call me, baby, you can call me anytime, but you got to call me. Give me one reason to stay here, and I turn right back around. Give me one reason to stay here, yeah, I'll turn right back around. Because I don't wanna leave you lonely, but you gotta make me change my mind. I don't want no one to squeeze me, it might take away my life. Yeah, I don't want no one to squeeze me, yeah, it might take away my life. Yeah, I just want someone to hold me and just rock me through the night. A youthful heart could love you, it may give you what you need. This youthful heart may love you, it can't give me what you need. But I'm just too old to go chasing you around, wasting my precious energy. Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. Yeah. Give me one reason to stay here, I'll just turn right back around. Cause I don't wanna leave you lonely, but you gotta make me change my mind. All right. Wow. First cover done on live. That's Tracy Chapman, Give Me One Reason. That's a fun song to play. That's a really fun song to play. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy and Tracy. Both of you. And thank all of you for coming around. If you're just tuning in, this is a live stream on YouTube and on Instagram. And what I'm going to do right now is, how do I do this? Questions. Okay, yes, I want to do that. Oh, no. Here we go. So I'm going to put up a little question bubble. I'm just trying to figure this out right here. How come I can't do this? Here we go. I'm not sure if anyone on Instagram can see the questions tag, but feel free to ask some questions. I want to do a little bit of a Q&A with y'all just to answer any questions that you might have about Careless, answer any questions that you have about the Blue Stones, about what we've been up to. Would love to answer those, and you can answer them. You can ask them also on the YouTube chat window, which I can see right in front of me. Let's see. There's a question right here. I believe it's about the Struts. Let me yeah. So, question about, are we still opening for the Struts? Now, what I should say is that was a tour that we're really, really looking forward to. There's really no information in regards to anything happening with that. So as far as we know, everything is set to be on schedule. And obviously, if there's any new information, then we'll definitely let you guys know, whether it's through our Instagram channel or through our YouTube's channel. But yes, that is for sure something that I would love to keep you, oh gosh, I did it again, in the loop with. Okay, we got some questions coming through. Let's see. Here we go. So this is from Neil Robb just now. Would you ever add another member? It's a question that we get asked all the time. And usually what we do is we say that we're not against it. We're definitely not against adding another member. But it's worked so far with just Justin and myself. I mean, we started this band just me and him, and we've sort of built up to a point where we have maintained it just being Justin and myself, and we feel like we do everything that we need to be doing just with us too. So we don't feel the need to add another member right now. It's definitely not off the table, and as we grow and develop and evolve as a band, then that very well be a future for us. But right now, no, I think we're good with just us two. Let's see, what other questions we got here? Are you boys ever going to come back to the Calgary Stampede? That's from Finn Hender. We'd love to. I mean, I wish it was as easy as being like, yes, but if they ask, then yeah, we'll definitely come back. I'm going to hop on to the YouTube chat real quick. This is from Luca Bunchik. Where did that R&B inspiration manifest? Vocals, guitar, rhythm? It's a good question, and again, this question is from YouTube, but it's a good question. I think nowadays, because you can listen to so many different types of music, you can hop on, Spotify, Apple Music, or YouTube Music, whatever it might be, and you can hop from one genre directly into the next. And because so much of streaming is focused on playlisting and playlists that you build or that you might listen to, then I think it's easy to get influenced by a lot of different types of music all at once. So I would attribute that to why I get a lot of inspiration from multiple sources. I definitely came up as a musician and as a songwriter listening to rock and roll and blues, but I also listened to a lot of hip hop too. So like Jay-Z, Kanye West. Graduation was a huge influence on me, and then obviously J. Cole, and really just mix in and pepper in a bunch of different artists in the hip hop and R&B world over the years. That's where I kind of get that influence from. But my way of sort of getting that influence out there through writing is through playing guitar. So I think that's why you have a little bit of a rock and roll vibe to the stuff as well. Let's go to some more questions here. I hope that answered the question. Sometimes I go on a tangent when I start to talk about those things, so I always like to bring that right back home. What music are you listening to right now? Okay, well, hold on one second, and I can tell you. Let's see here. What music are you listening to right now? So, I had to listen to the two new albums, Childish Gambino's new album and The Weeknd's new album. And I gotta say, and if this is gonna offend anybody, I just don't care. I'm not into them. I'm not really into the new ones. I listen to them. Usually what I do on a first album listen through is I just kind of have it in the background. Maybe I'm doing something else. Maybe I'm busy cooking or something like that. But I had The Weeknd's album up, and I had Childish Gambino's album up, and I given it about 2 or 3 listen throughs, and I'm just not into it. I'm sorry. Sometimes I feel like some artists like to get weird just for the sake of being weird, and that just really bugs me. But anyway, that's what I've been listening to lately, And I don't know, a little disappointing, but hey, I try to keep an open mind when I can. Let's go back to YouTube for some questions here. Let's see. How do you deal with hate and negativity that the band may get? That's a really good question, and that's from YouTube. That's from Aurora Euphoria on YouTube. That's a great question. I will say, I mean, luckily, we haven't really had too much hate yet directed towards us. I'm sure that's something that we will experience, and it is something that we have experienced. But honestly, I just don't give a shit. I mean, it's just, sure, people are going to think what they're going to think about you. And I think a big sort of motive and a big source of the content that you're going to be hearing on this upcoming album is about completely accepting yourself for who you are, and whether that's a good side and a bad side or just a bad side, but then just being proud of that and just being okay to be you. And there's going to be a lot of songs that touch on that on the new album, and I think that's normally how I handle hate. Like, people aren't going to like you. That's just inevitable, and you have to be able to be okay with that, or else, I don't know, you're going to have a pretty shitty life. Okay, so I'm going to play another song. Like I mentioned earlier, the song that I played before, Tracy Chapman's Give Me One Reason, that was suggested by all of you on Instagram, and when we did that little poll that one day, and I really, really appreciate that. I always like to hear your suggestions. If you want to send us messages, we always like to hear what you think of us and what you think of the new music, especially when that comes out this Friday, Careless, with the new song. But one thing I've absolutely never done before is play this song acoustically, and I'm going to do that for the first time right now, YouTube Live, Instagram Live. This is Magic. Took a ride down your street at night, just feel like we haven't. I never had the chance to change your mind. Someone else had took my place, all the moment while it fades away. And I wanna make it through the other side. Oh, and I wanna make it through. Another time you pull me down so high, I paint your body with my own color, seeps into my bones again. Swear you're gonna hide anymore. Where you gonna hide? I swear it's only right if we go again. And I wanna make it through the other side. Oh, and I wanna make it through. I wanna make it through, because I don't believe in magic. Oh, you leave, but you're changing my mind, you're changing my heart. I don't believe in magic. Oh, you leave, oh. usually. But you changed your mind, you changed my heart, and I don't believe in magic. Oh, usually, oh. All right, Magic on acoustic. That feels okay. I might start doing that for the radio shows we do. Man, I'm glad y'all are still around. I haven't forgot about questions. I know I'm lacking a little bit on the questions. That was Magic again. Thank you all for checking out this live stream. I'm really hoping to do a lot more of these. One thing that I mentioned earlier was one of the next live streams that I do live. I'd love to teach you guys a song that you really want to know how to play. So if there's a song that you really, really want to know, throw it in that Q&A tab on YouTube. I can see you as well. Definitely recommend what song you'd like to learn, and I will get to work on figuring out how to teach y'all that song, whatever song that might be. I'm seeing a lot of Grimm, actually, which I think is pretty badass, and I would definitely love to teach y'all how to play Grimm. It's really, really not a difficult song. I mean, there's a couple things that are difficult, but I'm really kind of making my job sound like super easy. But Grimm has been on there. Little Brother. I see Little Brother. I see Lay on YouTube. So there's a lot of great suggestions that I'm getting. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more questions. Before I do that, I do want to direct you all to our merch store. We have some brand new stuff on the merch store. Just type in the Bluestones merch on Google or just head to the Bluestones on Shopify. We actually have our new hoodie that's up on the store now. It's a Grimm hoodie. Pretty sweet. I would check it out. And we have a new item that we're testing. It's an anorak jacket. Anorak. It's one of those pullover rain jackets that have the big pocket in the front and the small zipper. If you go on Instagram, when we were in Europe, I think I posted a photo of me wearing one that was camo. So it's that style of jacket, but with a new Grimm design. So head over to our merch store. You can check out all that stuff. Okay, here's a question from Gustavo PSD. Nice file name. Okay. Hey, I'm a big fan. Thank you. Do you play another instrument? Yes, actually. Well, it's tough to say. I guess I can loosely say that I play the piano. My musical inspiration when I was growing up was actually my mom, because she was a piano teacher and she taught me how to play the piano, and she really sort of stuck it in my head that I need to learn an instrument, which, I thank her so much for that. But piano is something I can dabble in, and actually I've always wanted to do a cover session where I play a song, one of our songs or somebody else's song on the keys. So yeah, piano would be the one that I would say. Also, I would say that when I get on the drums, I sound almost like a kid who's learning how to play drums for the first time. I don't know, Justin, I know you're listening and you can probably attest to that, but I feel like I know how to explain a beat or play it with my hand, or like program it on a program. But when it comes to, or like finger drum it on the keys. But when it comes to actually playing the drums like in person, I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? Anyway, back to some questions here. Any plans to release more live or acoustic versions of songs? I mean, I'll be completely honest, and that's from Alan Belt on Instagram. I'll be completely honest. This is kind of the first time that I've really spent time to learn our songs, or to learn really any covers on acoustic, other than what we do when we go visit radio stations. But I have to say, I'm really, really enjoying it. So yes, definitely some plans on releasing some live videos. This video obviously will be posted on YouTube as well. It's going to be posted, and you'll be able to listen to it again. But yeah, I think this is going to be a little bit of a trend that we're going to run with. Plus, I mean, we really have no plans to play any shows, unfortunately. So this is a great way to keep me busy. I'm going to head over to YouTube real quick and just see if there's any questions worth answering over there. I'll do a quick skim here, just a quick skim. Hey, Tarek, what were your inspiration in Be My Fire? That's actually a really good question. I remember that when that song was written, I shit you not, I was actually outside in the morning, and I had started a little bit of a bonfire because we were camping. And I just sort of remember staring at the fire and kind of having my phone, and I just whipped out notes, and sometimes the lyric just sort of pop in your head. So I started to write down just lyrics about feeling like a burning love or burning passion for somebody. And the fire was right there in front of me, giving me the inspiration. So that's when the initial inspiration came from it. But the musical inspiration, I mean, almost always comes from me just messing around on the guitar, just playing with different chords and riffs and notes and seeing what sort of sticks. Another question from Carlos Garrido03, and where is Justin? I think he's in this live session somewhere. Justin, if you're on Instagram, you're watching the live, give me a request so I can add you to this because I think people really want to see you. Okay, somebody here on Instagram, Roland Rock 22 wore the Grim hoodie yesterday. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Again, that hoodie is available on our merch store, the Bluestones merch and Google. You guys know how to get there. Brand new item. Go check that out. Here's a question on Instagram Live. Basser88, was Grim influenced at all by Rage Against the Machine? No, it was not. But I can't say that I myself am not influenced by Tom Morello's shredding because, yeah, I think I actually kind of, when people mention like who they think we sound like, I mean, obviously people go right for Black Keys, which, you know, is obviously a duo that we listened to when we were coming up. But Rage Against the Machine is a big band that we used to listen to a lot. And I feel like, I mean, especially if you've seen me play live, I kind of channel Morello sometimes when I'm up there, banging the shit out of my foot on stage. But yes, it didn't influence Grim, but definitely influences us as a whole. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more questions. And again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is so cool. I'm so glad that we're able to do this. Even though we're not able to perform live, I'm so glad we're able to do something like this. So a few more questions. I'll take a couple from YouTube and a couple from Instagram. And then I'm going to cut this thing out. Okay, let's see. Let's see. What's the best way to support the band? This is Marion Clayton on YouTube. Best way to support us right now? Yeah, I mean, definitely keep up to date with what we've got going on Instagram, on YouTube as well. And obviously, when Careless comes out this Friday, stream the hell out of it. And we really want to know what you think of it. Like I mentioned earlier in the stream, I will be on YouTube with Justin as well in the live chat, and we'll be chatting with you guys about any questions that you have about the music and video. Oh yeah, I haven't mentioned that there's a video with it, but we'll be there talking about the video, talking about the music. So just streaming our music obviously is a huge support, and then heading and picking up some merch. Hey, if you like what you see, pick up some clothes for yourself. There's some new items like the band hoodie is up there, the new Grim hoodie, and then the new Anorak jacket is up there too. And I will say this, both Justin and I have a very heavy involvement in how our merch is designed. We don't necessarily just leave it to people to do. We like to be involved in the designing as well. And I mean, we really don't like to create clothes that look like shit. So we really hope that you kind of like our style, and if you like our style, then you'll probably like the merch stuff that we have. Who did the artwork for the new album? That's a question off of Instagram Live by SpyPink81. That is an artist on Instagram called By Sequence, okay? Bysequence, By Sequence. Awesome dude, awesome artist based out of Indonesia. And he's just been absolutely killing it when it comes to all the hand-drawn art. He does it all himself. That was found by our manager, George. Shout out to you. He found him on Instagram, and I mean, we instantly fell in love with his style. So that's definitely him, By Sequence. Another question off Instagram. Best advice you have for a new band based on your experience when you were just starting out? And that's a great question that we get asked a lot of times. I would say, first of all, you need to get behind some songs that you absolutely believe in yourself. I mean, really write songs that you love to play, right? Because when you perform them, that will show. And then when people come to actually watch you live, they're going to see how in love with your music you are, and also become in love with it just because of the passion that's spilling out of you, right? So getting some good music and getting a decent live show down. And again, you don't have to write, an anthology of music. We're talking like, if you get 5 songs, 10 songs, sure, that you are proud of and that you feel comfortable performing live, whether it's just on an acoustic guitar like I did today, or if it's with a band that you're fortunately enough able to put together, then set up some local gigs and start playing, because the live shows, that's probably the most important thing about being a new band and about getting the word about yourself out there, is having a good live show and playing as many live shows as you can when you're first starting out, because all of the opportunities, I shit you not, come from live shows. For us, it was a live show that led to another live show that led to more live shows out of our hometown, that led to a couple of people who wanted to start helping us out as far as like loose management is concerned from coming to the live shows. Then we started to land syncs on shows like Suits and Monday Night Football, and then from there our streaming numbers went up on Spotify, and then from there we finally got approached by a management company in the US. And that was it. That's how it took off. So that's what I would suggest, is playing live shows and playing as many as you can when you're first starting out. Just develop yourself as a musician and a performer. Okay, one more question. Ooh, okay. What's been your best on stage moment? That's a great question. There's another person, actually, Galactic Traveler, most memorable stage moment. Um, there's been so many great moments. We've played a lot of shows, and I think I think the my favorite is we played a show in Detroit. This would have been last year, and it was actually during the song Magic. Somebody had contacted us before the show, which I'm going to put a disclaimer out there. We won't do this again, although it was absolutely heartwarming to see. But we had somebody actually propose to their now wife at one of our shows during Magic, and he set it all up, and he made it this really kind of touching moment. We had him come up on stage, and he said this whole thing. And if you're out there watching this, thanks for keeping it short and keeping it G-rated. But yeah, that was a really, really nice thing to say. It was or a nice thing to see when somebody proposed during that song. So I'd say that was probably my favorite live moment. Okay, wow, a lot has happened today. I will be posting this on our IGTV. I will be posting this on our YouTube. I want to thank each and every one of you so much for tuning in and for watching this and for watching me play a little bit of the guitar. Like I said, I've got some of your suggestions as to what song you might want to learn, so I will get to work on developing a nice little live stream teaching session for you in regards to that song. And then also, don't forget, this Friday we are going to be releasing a new single, Careless, on everything, anywhere that you stream music, whether it's Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Google. I don't know. If you don't know how to do it, maybe ask a friend, ask your parents. They can figure it out. Who knows? But we will be doing that on Friday, live streaming it on YouTube chat, 10 a.m. this Friday. Both Justin and I will be there for that. So hope to see you there. And until then, stay healthy, stay isolated, quarantined, and we're going to get through this thing together. All right? Okay, y'all. It's been an absolute pleasure. To me, baby, you can call me anytime. You got to call.